Hi everyone, welcome to another marvelous video. Both the Power Rangers and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles have a huge fan base, especially for the ones from the 90s. Over the years, both franchises have skillfully provided us with amazing storylines and twists. However, when the first crossover event between the two came up in 2019, it was a blast, and the same level of excitement was delivered in 2023's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers / Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. Although watching the two sets of villains and heroes under one roof is amazing, it was jaw-dropping to watch Casey turn into a villainous Power Ranger. As the title suggests, in today's video we will be digging into the event of Casey, and he held his ground as Ranger X. So without any further delay, let us begin. But before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you, and let's begin. Who is Casey Jones? The character of Casey Jones was created by Kevin Eastman as a parody of the contemporary vigilantes in comic books. He was first introduced in 1985's sole issue of the micro-series Raphael Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle titled Me, Myself, and I as a strong and muscular man planning to take up the responsibility to clean up crime in the city. Casey in action actually wore an ice hockey goaltender mask and cut-off biking gloves. Casey had a few weapons for hand-to-hand fighting, which he carried in a golf bag that was over his shoulders. It included golf clubs, baseball bats, hockey sticks, and cricket bats. The story of young Casey began in Brooklyn, where he was raised by his father, Herb. It was not one of New York's safe neighborhoods. Herb's source of income was his auto shop until one day, a group of Purple Dragon members, led by Hun, arrived, burned his shop down, and killed him. They also held Hun's wife and daughter while teenager Casey was badly beaten. However, Casey refused to give up and attacked Hun with a knife, stabbing him in the neck. In return, Casey was beaten to the inch of his life, which left him severely traumatized. The event changed Casey's life, and it eventually brought him mental and emotional disorders, resulting in erratic behavior and at times a violent nature. Before Casey was shown as the love interest of April O'Neil, he lived a life without any friends. In his spare time, he watched 3 different programs on 3 different televisions, which eventually eroded his rational thinking. The role models from different programs inspired Casey highly, and they took upon the decision to get rid of the scum from the streets. In his first appearance, he ran to Raph while trying to take down some muggers, and it took quite some fight between the two before making peace. Later, he arrived at April's home to help the Turtle family fight a resurrected Shredder. Escaping from the scene, Casey took them to a farmhouse in Northampton, Massachusetts that once belonged to his grandmother. Since then, Casey became a part of the Turtle family and eventually fell in love with April. However, Casey had struggles with his own mental disorders, which in numerous cases raised questions about his emotional stability. In Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Volume 1, Issue 48, titled Shades of Grey, when a group of 3 teenage punks tried to mug him, Casey killed one of them accidentally. The incident set Casey on a path of massive alcoholism, damaging his relationship with April. Casey's relationship with April was shown to be improving in the City at War story arc, one of the most important stories of TMNT. He also had a prominent role in the story arc. Casey Jones becomes Ranger X. The story of Casey becoming a Power Ranger, or the events that led to such happening, was shown in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers / Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, a 5-issue comic series by Ryan Parrott. The first issue opened with Casey chasing Karai across the rooftops of the city. The fight didn't take long, as Casey was more than able to take down Karai. As he demanded to know the location of Shredder, Karai stated that he had been taken away by a space witch. Casey was far from believing it, and as he continued interrogating, a mysterious black orb appeared and knocked him unconscious. Meanwhile, the Power Rangers and the Ninja Turtles discussed the apparent return of Rita Repulsa. Along with Casey, there had been a sudden disappearance of multiple Turtle villains, including Leatherhead, Slash, and Karai, for which Tommy and Raph went into the sewers to seek answers from the Rat King, who informed him that the one behind the disappearance was a Ranger. Next, the scene shifted to Rikers Island, where we could see Baxter Stockman thanking his cellmate Krieger for protecting him during their incarceration. Suddenly, the walls of their cell smashed, and there was Rocksteady and Goldar arriving to free Baxter under Krang's orders. As Rocksteady and Goldar fought their way through the security, the Power Rangers and the Ninja Turtles arrived to stop them. During the fight, Stockman tried to contact Shredder via radio, but received no response. Much to everyone's surprise, Casey arrived and was greeted by everyone. Raph asked Casey to help them put Stockman into his cell, but suddenly he smacked Don on the back of his head and morphed into a Power Ranger. He stated that he he was the one who was abducting the turtle villains. Engaging the turtles and the Rangers, he opened a portal and escaped with Goldar and Rocksteady. Back at Dimension X, Rita Repulsa made her appearance and was shown to be addressing the ones who had been working for Shredder all this while. Casey could be seen as one of them dressed up as a Ranger and better known as Ranger X. Rocksteady and Goldar seemed to be annoyed by Casey's retorts and rash behavior, but he seemed to be holding a better place than the two of them. Although it was not told how Rita stated that they were soon going to take over Earth, knowing that Rita had previously made evil Power Rangers, the Turtles and the Rangers began growing worried about Casey. It was revealed that the villains of both teams were being assembled for some greater evil purpose. Knowing that Tommy was once brainwashed by Rita, Raph demanded to know more about how he managed to free himself. Tommy stated that Rita usually enchanted an item that is close to her victim, especially over which they were sentimental over. In fearing that for Casey it might be his favorite hockey stick and it should be broken to free him. Meanwhile, at Angel Grove, as April was given a tour of the city by Farkas, a large black hole appeared in the sky overhead through which arrived Rita Repulsa and her minions. April and the rest went into hiding and she wasted no time informing her friends about it. The Power Rangers and the Ninja Turtles formed into Shadow Rangers and arrived to battle Rita and her minions. As the battle soared in its high magnitude, Casey, Rita, Scorpina, and Bebop were confronted by Raph, Jason, and Tommy. Raph warned Casey one last time to drop the hockey stick before he dropped him down, but he refused and attacked Raph. Despite being a hothead with a massive flair for a fight, Raph still tried convincing Casey that he had been brainwashed, but it was all futile. The two of the most skilled and aggressive fighters of the Turtle family fought a furious battle, at the end of which Casey stated that he was not brainwashed and all of it was his choice. Raph was taken down, and as he asked Casey about his choice, the latter replied that with time everything would make sense. The massive fight was finally halted by the appearance of Shredder. To everyone's shock, Shredder was helping the Turtles and Rangers fight the evil forces. He brutally attacked Bebop and knocked him down easily. Casey initiated an energy cycle capable of channeling 1 trillion terajoules of morphin energy, which comprised the connection of the Rangers to the morphin grid, thereby depowering them immediately. Hence, they had to escape and they barely managed to do so using Zordon's emergency teleporter. 3 days later at Angel Grove, the Rangers used them to mutate into animals and attack Rita's minions. Casey arrived and was confronted by Leo, gave Leo a mobile portal generator, and stated how he was tortured for information about Leo and the rest. He added that all these years of fighting to protect and defend hasn't worked well for him, and now he has taken the path of offense to take the enemies down once and for all. Joining hands with his former teammate, Casey returned to Rita while the Turtles returned to their lair. Casey tried attacking but only to be stopped and actually brainwashed into being her pet warrior. In the final battle, Casey could be seen with red eyes fighting viciously against the Turtles. However, it was known to all how to break free from Rita's spell. They broke Casey's hockey stick and he soon reverted back to normal. Marvel's verdict. So we've finally come to the end of this video, and we hope you've liked the content. The crossover event between the Power Rangers and the Ninja Turtles is a visual delight for all, and we can only hope for a third season of the crossover event. Much depth and importance was given to the character of Casey, and it seemed to work out pretty well. Feel free to add your views in the comment section below, and stay tuned for the next Marvel's video. As always, if you like the content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks, everyone.